Good morning everybody, and once again welcome back to the channel. In this particular video I want to show you the true powers of skills. That is correct, skills that we can leverage in Cursor IDE or we can leverage in Claude. How to make them and how it can really change the entire game on how your teams are writing code. Now let me give you a very amazing scenario here, right? Again, I'm a guy, I've been working for years in Lakehouse, right? So now let's say for a Lakehouse, I want to develop a skill which can write unit test code and it can run this unit test code in a containerized environment. For that, I want a certain files to be generated. I want certain files in a certain order to be generated. So what I can do is I can make a skill and then I can share it across my organization. So anybody who's using that skill, it will ensure that the files are generated in that order. And it can really boost productivity in order of magnitude. So enough of talking, let me show you something in action. Alright, so the first I'm going to show you a skill that I have developed locally. In any project repository, what you need to do, and if it's a little hard to see, I'm gonna switch between multiple IDEs. So here you can see .cursor folder. Inside that I have the skills folder and then the name of the skill. This is Spark Iceberg unit test skill. And then here you can see the skill.md file. So here what I've explained to the agent that, hey, when you use this skill, these are the files that I want you to generate. So for example, requirement test.txt, right? This file .run test in docker.sh, which means all the Spark test code should run in a Docker container. And then of course, whatever pipeline I give you, generate the unit test for that code. And again, all the instructions and stubs are mentioned, right? How it should generate the code, what version it should use, right? Everything is explained in this particular skill, right? Also, it has like code snippets, as you can see, so it knows how to generate that code. So for example, it will automatically detect that if there is an emerges or an DDL in the code, it will generate the unit test for all of that. So all of that is taken care in this particular skill. Now let's see how we can use it. So to use it, I'm just gonna name the skill, and this is outstanding. Just look at it, okay? So I'm gonna say add Spark Iceberg unit test skill. Okay, this is a skill that I have. And then I'm saying generate a unit test for my pipeline. So I'm in my cursor, of course, and I'm simply gonna give my pipeline code. If I were to just open that in another IDE so that you can look at the code a little better. Here is a simple Iceberg pipeline. What it does, it creates an Iceberg table, reads some data, dedupes the data, merges the data, and then archives those files, right? That's what this does, right? Now I want to generate unit test for this. So what I'll do is I'll use a skill that I just made, and I'm going to execute that in Cursor. Now Cursor knows about the skill, as you can see, and now it's going to generate those code snippets for me. So let's wait and wait for this. So if I now go again to IntelliJ, because I like IntelliJ because I can see the files in a much better way here, right? So let's see. So now you can see it's using my skill and then it's generating those files. See, I exactly told that, hey, this is what I want, generate these items, right? So if I were to switch my IDE quickly, here you can see requirement test.txt. It knows what version to use, right? For that. It knows, as you can exactly see, run test in Docker. So it knows what Java version, what everything it needs to use. So everything is defined in that skill file, right? So anybody who wants to generate a now unit test for like their Iceberg pipeline, they simply leverage the particular skill, right? I think now it's gonna generate the test code. So it's still working on it, as you can see. So the first one is done. Now the second one is also done. And then after that, all of these are done, as you can see. Now if I go back to my IDE, just the way I like, test folder, in that it has the name of the file, test underscore the file name, and then the confess where all the common items are there. So it exactly did what I wanted, right? Now see how I can test it out quickly. So /. Now I'm gonna run this in Docker container. So my unit test code is now running, as you can see. Pulled up the container, now it's running, installing all the dependencies, right? And now it's gonna, of course, run those tests. So, you know, DDL checks, merges check, dedupe checks, right? So it's gonna know from your code on your pipeline, and it's basically using the skill right now, right? So let's wait. So now, as you can see, if I can zoom out, here you can see, right? So again, all of this it wrote by itself because I gave the skill.md file, right? And here you can see all the tests have been done successfully. Absolutely flawless and amazing, right? Yes, it is indeed. Now let me show you something in now Claude, right? If you want to use that. So I think I have that. Let me show you if I can. So yeah, so this is the Claude skill. So if I were to open that in Finder, here you can see automatically it's a Claude file. So now what I'll do, I'm gonna go to Claude Code and then I'm gonna go to customize, I believe. Then I'm gonna go to skill. I'm gonna go to here and then I'm gonna go on upload skill. And then what I'll do, I will drag my skill over here. I think I already have it. So again, so now you can see my skill has been imported, right? As you can see, uploaded the skill. Okay, and it's on. Now let's try to use that particular skill, right? So hey Claude, I just added this particular skill. Okay, and now I'm gonna say generate. Again, now it knows that what kind of file it needs to generate, right? So for this pipeline, and let's give a sample pipeline as an example. So this one right here, I'm going to do show in Finder, go to Claude, and then, oops, one sec. Let me open that file in Finder. Okay, I think I have it. It was in a different screen. I drag that, and now I'm gonna give Claude Code that. So now again, Claude has my skill that's defined. It exactly needs what to do. So here you can see reading that particular MD file. So it knows how to generate the code or what to use, right? So now you can see here, right? Docker run script. So it's basically now generating that, right? So if I just close that, it's amazing, right? So now what I'm trying to say, you can have this customized skill, right? So you can see conf test.py, so where all the common modules are, right? So whatever directory and however I want, I have defined a skill. So now any pipeline I point it towards, it is going to use that skill and it's going to generate unit tests for that. Absolutely amazing, right? What I'll do is, again, of course, feel free to modify and play with this. The cursor skill and of course the Claude skill, I'll post it on my GitHub. So in case if you want, you can check it out. So now I think it is generating all these files. You can see, right? Requirements, test.txt, Docker shell file, and then of course the unit test. And this was all defined in my skill MD file, right? So I told, these are the files that you should generate, how you should generate, what are the, I gave like basic boilerplate of like code stubs. Hey, this is how you would do it. This is how you would test it. So now it has enough context to generate unit test for any pipeline. And here you can see, it gave me all the files. Of course, I can download and use it. So that's all I have for the video. So I just wanted to show you like how powerful skills are. You can develop customized skills for pretty much anything, right? So in this particular example, I showcased a sample skill for developing or writing unit test code for your Iceberg pipeline. So if you have any Iceberg pipeline or any team in general who wants to write a unit test code, they just use the particular skill and automatically everything is taken care. So you can do things in a much structured approach. You can do things much faster now, right? Moving forward. That's all I have for the video. Hope you enjoyed. With that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and I will see you in the next video.